Oh, so you use Mac? Then here's 7 Mac apps I cannot live without. Some are free, some aren't. Starting with the first, Keka. And it's not free, but definitely worth the price. Now, if you were a Windows user, you know about WinRAR. Well, we don't have that in Mac. But we do have Keka and 10 other similar apps, but I found using Keka to be much easier and straightforward, with archiving being done only with a drag and drop and extracting in the same way, easy and fast, with a variety of formats to toy with. Simple as that. Jumping to the next, we have Android File Transfer, a free app. Now, for some reason, you might like having a MacBook or a Mac Studio, you rich fuck, and a Samsung at the same time. Transferring files is gonna be a guaranteed problem. Not with this app, of course. Just simply connect your phone with a cable and launch the app. You'll be able to see every file and folder on your phone, and transferring files is as easy as another drag and drop, just how you see here. Now, what if you don't have access to a cable? Well, you can use this third app called localsend. As the name suggests, it's local and works when your devices are under the same network. It is compatible with everything, no matter the type of device or operating system. As long as all have the same app and are under the same network, you can transfer or receive. Just how you see here. Once it found my device, I can choose to transfer anything from all devices, including files, folders, and even text in your clipboard. Simply choose a file, hit send, and done. Fast, easy, and reliable. Moving on to the next, we got REXXO. Again, free and open source. Now, this one does a simple job, but a life-changing one. You see, in Windows, when you drag an open window or an app to each side of your desktop, it automatically ducks them to the side you drag them to. That's not the case in Mac, but with REXXO it is. You simply download the app and open it. It hides in your taskbar, and now, whenever you drag a window to any side, it automatically adjusts and ducks it to that same side. It also has customizable controls, like you can decide what will happen when you, for example, drag a window to top left, so you can change it to your own liking. You can also hide the taskbar button by enabling this option in general. Alright, come closer, cutie pie. Listen to this, cause this is my favorite. Also free. Let's imagine a scenario. For example, I have a bunch of pictures in this pixel folder. I select them. Now I also have another bunch of related ones on another folder or partition which I wanna choose them to and copy all at the same time. Let's say on my desktop. Once you install and run Dropzone, you go over the icon in your taskbar and choose Dropbar. Once you have it, go and choose any kind of file, doesn't matter the type, and drag them into this Dropbar. Now simply go to any other folder or partition and select the rest of the files you wanna move, and also drag them here. You can see that you have access to all of them, and you can simply move them wherever you want just by dragging them. Easy and simple. Let's continue with Obsidian, another free app. Now we all agree you work with notes. You know, it's just notes, you note stuff in it, and that's it. But we got Obsidian here, a pretty professional looking app that makes people assume you're doing something special. We all know you're not. Besides being an app to note stuff, Obsidian also provides a graphical chart of your notes, which we'll get into. Basically, what makes Obsidian special is that you can link different notes to each other. Let's demonstrate. Take this for example, a YouTube Shorts folder, and it consists of different elements like thumbnail, video, audio, and stuff. Now if I go back to the main folder and add all these different strands again, you'll see that by going back into the YouTube short text and add a link to each one of them, you see that they're all connected to one another. For a better demonstration, let's take a look at this graph view. We got one main topic and all these different strands related to it. Now each and every one of these strands can again have their own strands. Like I can add a bunch of stuff to, let's say, thumbnail. And once I get back to my graph, take a look at this. You cannot tell me it's not cool. Anyway, you now see that by going over this main part, I see all these related strands, and thumbnail specifically has its own related ones. And you can also add dates and tasks for yourself, which you can check and uncheck. All that just to save a bunch of hentai code in. Anyway, let's move on with our last app, and it's nothing but Zen browser. Free, in case you don't know. Now, Zen is my favorite browser out there. I even use it on Windows too. First of all, the visuals and the designs are cool. Perfect for minimal and simple lovers. But on to productivity, let's say you want a browser that can handle all different tasks you want to do. Maybe you're gonna search something about your job, or maybe you're doing a project, but at the same time you're listening to a podcast on YouTube. Now, all these tabs being open at the same time can get messy, but only if you could categorize each site. What if you had even a folder for specific types of sites? Well, you can do all that with Zen. Let's start by creating a space. If I create a new one here called work, and also let's change this one to personal. Now, for example, I have Discord open in my personal, but when I switch to work, it's not there. Now let's search Reddit on my workspace, and when I switch back, I can only see my personal space tabs. They're both up and online at the same time, but in different spaces. Now, if I want this Reddit to be pinned across all spaces, I just simply drag and drop it up here. And now, you have it everywhere. But that's not all, cause you can also make folders in your space. Let's search a bunch of sites. I have Discord already, let's bring Reddit and GitHub into play. Now they're all just laying there, which will get annoying, trust me. What you can do is make a folder here and drag all your sites in it. That way, you always have access to them and it's not gonna be messy anymore. And you can just close and open it anytime. Pretty neat, I'd say. You can also split them and use 2 tabs in one, fully functional. What more could you ask for from a browser? And ladies and gentlemen, that was 7 apps I cannot live without. I hope this proves to be useful for you. Thanks for watching this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also push that notification button. And as always, take care, stay hydrated, and bye bye.
It's lit. Just take a look at the drip. You boys don't get fired in this. Roll a dope, yeah, I'm high as a bitch. Wait, it's lit. Gave that little bitch a little tip. Now she wanna suck on the dick. She wanna catch all of the drip.